every now and again, and I am going to make you pay if it doesn't get to 16.
Now, game number 2 on the day. Final Miramar game of the week has taken its start. First team out is going to be We Need a Home, and seems like they'll be going back up towards El Pozo. But sure, Long Flight needs some vehicles to join them, and they'll be probably just jumping down towards Val del Mar to secure themselves exactly those. It is a somewhat eastern and southern plane, so for teams like El Pozo teams, for Power Grid, Power Grid should be within reach, but for Avangard wanting to go all the way up towards the Cooperaria, they might just be opted to go elsewhere.
Yeah, this will be a nice change if Avangard decide to do it this way. We'll wait and see what ends up happening. Besiktas, they always be able to get into Impala, no problems at all for them. They're aware of who might be around them at the same time as well. Yeah, Avangard still in there, so they'll be dropping out pretty damn soon.
Yeah, they'll be going north. Chira Bronca, military base, all the good stuff up there on the northern side. Should be pretty easy to get to. Again, no big surprises as far as drops go. Simsi does have a comrade on the eastern side of things flying right with him. I believe it's one of the unique players standing there. Yep, he's going to be going further south. Hopefully for the sake of themselves, they're not fighting for the same vehicles. But Standard does get one, and Simsi seemingly is still in the air. Oh, this would be a rough start if he runs him over, because looking at the map right here on the eastern side down by Impala, it could look like something's about to happen, but nope, not gonna do. What does happen, though, is a circle going into an area of the map that we've seen, if not every single game so far. Then, yeah, again, it was 80% last time, now we're probably at 90.
That's very true, right? We're getting up and up and up. It continues to go east. It continues to benefit Besiktas, and they continue to have good games on Miramar. Can they grab themselves another win here? Or could it be the likes of the Kebabs, right? Who are a team that we certainly are seeing the individual skills starting to increase, but they are yet to really push themselves into the placement points on a consistent basis. So maybe this time around, they're pretty central to this. Could this be their opportunity?
Very much could. Now, we saw Wizards on our screen just before, and they did manage to get inside of top 5 last game. They had a ton of teams around them. They were sharing a compound with all of a sudden 4 teams, as both Desperado, I believe it was, and Quick Math, and also Sweaty Nerds came in there at one point trying to get in the action. Just a bit too much for them. Eros did manage to get out of there alive, but we saw them shooting, we saw them fighting. We know that's what they're good at, and they made it work for a long time. But of course, having so many people to shoot against you ain't always that easy. Doesn't matter how good you are, but if like 5 or 6 barrels are pointing at you, you can only dodge and weave so much, right?
Oh, yes, it is all about the dodging and weaving when it comes down to it. And another team I really want to see some more of, right, is MYM.
Yeah.
We continue to speak about them as they got their first win yesterday in Game 3. It was an 8-kill win, which wasn't like the highest we've seen, but still a very good one. And now we saw them in this last game, still going in for the kills, still enjoying their Miramar games. Certainly a place where they're feeling more comfortable. Let's see if that continues onto Erangel as we get onto that as well.
That's what I want to see. I mean, we've seen teams be very, surprisingly actually, consistent on Miramar and then not being able to perform as well on the Erangel. That's normally not how things go.
Yeah, it's the other way,
I mean,
right?
yeah, it's normally, like, Miramar can be somewhat of a coin flip to a certain extent, and then Erangel is the show match. But now Test up against Apocalypse. Who's going to come out on top? That's going to be Test. Ran out of bullets, Apocalypse, no extended mag there. And with an M16 on burst, not something you see used very often, but when you're, well, pretty much having the barrel in the other guy's face, it does come in quite handy.
I'm just wondering, Apocalypse, I know he wanted that kill, but he jumped down very much into Test. Like, Test had every advantage there to get that win. Pretty easy for him in the end. I think he just maybe overextended a little bit and didn't bide his time.
Not only did he jump down, but he also jumped before reloading. I mean, a lot of things went wrong in that whole fight there.
He was like, I really want this kill. I'm not thinking anything else through, and now I'll pay the price for it. And Venconis, right? We continue to talk about them, how they've had some pretty tough games, but we're starting to see them come alive a little bit, at least in terms of kills.
And it's also interesting because look at the map where they are. The gray team just east of Wizards. They have not been in this area many times before. And when they have, they've been further east, meaning that Laza and the team in looking for a team, they've never really been forced to fight with them. And that's what I was talking about before. Now you've played so many games on Miramar and Erangel for that matter, but you've played so many games, you've never been contested, everything's good la-di-da. You sort of put down your guard a little bit because you're usually running around from compound to compound looting. It's not a big deal. Nobody ever shoots me. All of a sudden you have a guy sitting and you come like, wait, what? And you just get caught off guard.
Yeah, what is going on? I felt so safe before, and now you're here at my door. L-Gig, in the meantime, going to get in their vehicles and start maneuvering themselves more towards the center, most likely. Try and get themselves a bit more of the advantages here, where some of the other teams will begin to push in. Quick Math, they know they're quite a happy team, right, to not going for the kills. They'll only choose engagements they believe they can try and get the overall kind of control over, right? They want to have full ground control of what's going on around them. And they know after their first game where they went out with 0 points that they can't allow that to happen because Avangard has stolen away their first place.
I kind of want to see Desperado play more calm. I mean, they'll go for fights. They're like dogs chasing cars on the street, right? They want to get the kills, and it makes sense because they're extremely good at it. But the times that it hasn't worked out for them, that's a flip, and a flip, and a flip, bitty floop, bitty, there we go. But the times it hasn't worked out for them has been when they said, let's go for this fight, they go, and then they kind of go into a new fight before, I mean, it's like they just need that 5 seconds longer to say, is it really the smarter thing to do here?
Yeah.
And then maybe sometimes it won't be, and that's the times where it has gone wrong for them.
Well, they do not want it to go wrong for them this time around. Now we can see we need a home. They actually ended up staying right down the bottom. They didn't go up to El Pozo in the end. So they're going to hang around and try and see where their rotation is going to come. But that circle's already moving.
Ironic. Oh, no, never mind. He's off the screen. I'm just going to say ironic how Finguin is the guy that wants to be the most silent player on the map, but he has the most noisy vehicle test. Got himself one surprise kill on these guys before. Now he gets down one, gets down two. Can he get down Logi as well? He would single-handedly take on the entire team, but no! Logipop with just 10 HP managed to live through the scare. Fortunately, there's no one else to back off Test. What a great attempt. And what an unfortunate failure at that. So close to a quad kill, the entire team of Looking for Team eliminated, but nope, not gonna happen. They do manage to live for another day.
And that's what we were talking about just a few moments ago. Venkona's starting to get a little bit more aggressive, wanting to take these engagements. Okay, it didn't work out for him, but what a valiant effort we just saw then.
Very much so. Amorous is already way inside the circle, so Fashiski and the last remaining player in Miramar, they need to get their way in soon. Their issue has been that, like, first circle, they've been too split apart, and therefore they always lose one player, just like now, honestly. Just like now, they lose one player in these scenarios all the time. Now Amorous is sitting well inside the circle saying, guys, you come whenever, and he just sees them go down in the kill feed like, wait, this wasn't supposed to happen. And also quick math. Guys, I'm not gonna call anyone out, but you are the team that has done this the most times in this tournament. Stop it. And it's not gonna help you.
It's always on Miramar as well. They literally just love doing it. Scoom, though, finding an early kill onto Tizerin is a nice one for reciprocity, right? We said about their win last time, but it wasn't a high kill game. This is where they can turn it around, and and Miramar wants to try and get involved, but take some further damage back towards him. That's less than ideal because he wanted to try and see if he could finish off the team that his teammate went down to.
Communication on point. Mithralius did not jump in the car. He knew Logipov, and the last remaining player was in a very vulnerable spot. He stayed, and while they were going in, he knew they were going to peek when they did, and he got the shots needed to save off their teammates. Very nice suppressing fire coming in there. And that's a crate. MK14 and a level 3 game. I mean, we've seen the MK in play. Once you get them, you tend to get those triple or quadruple digit games. As far as damage goes, you really want to get them, especially here. Put them in the hand of a guy like T-Bone. Damage done easily. O'Connell also in there, and that's going to be, we talked about both Flurry and we talked about Intense being some of the heavy hitters for Meteomagas. That's going to be a big loss coming in the very first circle. Yeah,
that's not ideal at all for MYM, but Wizards back on it, back on taking these engagements, not scared of taking some of these fights early on here.
Two guys on a buggy, hate to see.
Especially when there's opponents nearby. Finguin tried to be the silent one, didn't work out in his favor. Flower, he has to get down, he has to heal, he's outside the circle, and I believe he's gonna go down to it. Yep, there you go, unfortunate for him. And Shiski doing the same things, miles out. Gotta reload your gun before you start shooting, buddy. Unfortunately for him, Lipson will live to see another Dave, and wow, we have been here so many times, but look at the northeast side of this circle. Teams coming in from the south, Wizards, the remaining player of Meteomagas, and the boys in the southwest, they need to go up, take some good positions, because they cannot let all these eastern teams get down in the middle.
Look at the teams, Unique and Avangard, just straight away going down south, wanting to rotate in. They know they don't want to fight it from the east. It's not something that's going to be a viable decision for them to make.
Ropesy is gone, I'm sorry. Chloe, you're
you're on your own.
There's no rest coming in here, buddy. You can rethink your actions throughout life, and then live to see Wrangle when you wake up again.
That is literally all he's got hope for now. Rubsy's goal is to stay alive and not be the first team to go out of the equation here. But there are many teams still remaining up with a lot more players than him. So he's playing the prone and weight game, and hopefully no one discovers him.
I mean, he is sitting in the compound where they won the game from yesterday, so I guess statistically that's a good compound for them to be in. 100% win rate in that compound. That's pretty good, but with their position in the circle, unlikely. I mean, we never know, but we'll have to wait and see if the circle does end up going down to him. Look at the split Desperado have. Widely split. They got Tausera and Coldamenta, I believe, on one side, and then all the way over in Minas, they have the two remaining players on the team in Fake and Calvin Klein. Wide split, but we'll hope to see that they can pull it off, because they do not have positions from which they can really help out each other. Unique here as well. You talked about wanting to see some more from Unique. I mean, one of the CIS teams, I mean, they're up there. They're on the positive side of things. They just haven't had those stellar games over the last couple of ones, at least.
Now, Besiktas were over towards the eastern side. I'm just seeing this on the map to let people know. Avigar were going down south, and then they pushed into exactly where Besiktas are. Unique, though. Like I just said, I want to see more from them. They're the ones who are going to be doing the damage. Finish off Aros. Can they get any more Wizards players out of this? Looking good for them.
Feels kind of good seeing rotation killers getting killed by rotations, right?
Yes.
They're always the ones lurking and waiting for people to come on in, and in the end, they will indeed get a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, here we go. Look, Avantgarde's taken Besiktas' spot. Besiktas have gone all the way up north and round. So they've like just rotated past each other here.
Yeah.
Very interesting decision to make. Besiktas trying to change it up a little bit here, right? Don't want to be so predictable that everyone's looking for them to be in the usual spots and kind of be the key targets here. So this could be very interesting with if everyone's going to now be looking at Avantgarde.
Right now for Avantgarde, you saw them shooting over towards El Gigante. And sure, they want to take the fights because Avantgarde always will. Ooh, hi, stand in. There you go, Ropesy. You're taking those shots and it's all good fun, but where's your cover, buddy, once you start shooting back at you? That's what I'm saying. You cannot take these shots this far out in the open. You're a solo player remaining. You do not do this.
I hate to see it, and I hate to say it, but Rubsy, if you're going to make them shots, you got to make them connect as well, buddy.
He's inside the circle. He's a solo player remaining. He has a compound to stay in, and he starts shooting miles out in the open. You cannot do that. No. Just no.
Fully agree there. We need a home. We continue to say, what can they do? Because they've been getting more involved. They've been getting a lot more active this time around, and they've got themselves into a nice position here. Very good and very strong position to hold from, and they're nicely within the circle.
So, just chilling it on out, hoping to get a more centered circle coming into the next one. Wizards not quite so, and they're going to be in the counter side of it. For P6 Drone Transport, you see them way out on the eastern. You know what, guys? Do a 180. You cleared the entire northern side. It's still not doing so much damage that you cannot rotate through it. Go back, but for a team that got kind of cheated by that remake game and losing their position is sweaty nerds. They had to rotate again last game, but now they're sitting pretty well ended.
This is hilarious. Besiktas, they rotated from the north.
Yeah.
Sorry, from the east to the north. Avantgarde rotated from the north to the east, and the circle benefits Besiktas.
Well,
they're just catching that luck all day long, and they're saying, hey, back my lucky stars. I'll take that any day.
Gotta do what you gotta do, and if a little luck comes into play, why would you say anything against that? Hookstar trying to see if he can do some damage on people rotating on over. Now he's gonna get on the run himself. Same thing that happens to Venconas, where they have people split a bit too far off and then getting killed because of it, has happened to El Gigante a lot of times too. More so on the Wrangle than Miramar. But when you have people driving, the issue becomes you have people driving, and then, so that's a long explanation. Never mind, we'll take that another day.
we need one of these shows right afterwards where we can just have a 30-minute
we'll
show
talk about that afterwards.
I pick Toby's brain for all the analysis, because there's so much this man knows and can say. Honestly, we sit and talk about PUBG all day when we get to the evening points. That's all we're doing after these games, and that's why we want to see more. But this was an interesting one that I was just going to point out. Reciprocity, right? Rafi gets knocked, and that's because they're engaging with Quickfire, who have now got more center circles. Scream, obviously, we know they like to fight and take that area, but they've got to be so cautious here because Quickmath is a team you certainly can't underestimate.
Not at all. It's a team that they're like the dog. Once you put it in the corner, it will guide you and it bites out. It might look cute and all, and it might look polite and pacifistish, but once you do get into a fight with them, they are very, very dangerous to play against. Deeks going down to the circle. Not sure exactly what's happening there. They have rotated out in the open for a long time. out in the blue for a long time, so maybe he just ran out of meds. Unfortunate for him. Aspirin trying to see if they can do some damage, but the more shots that Avangard start firing, we do see enough to make his way in, but his teammates need to go with him. We're reaching that point in the circle at which these areas are not going to be that easy to take. They need to start rotating in as well. Does Jestich and Miramar, they're very far out, and oh, he shot at him and then he died to the circle. That's what happened. Okay, makes sense. Dix goes down, unfortunate for him. And just talked about it. Rotate together, guys. You cannot have a split in between. To say it really quickly, when you have 3 guys rotating on, the first guys, they will hear the car. They won't shoot. No info comes in. The second time you see a car come in, they will be shooting at him.
The swarm, they are not having a lucky day. Besiktas shooting on them. Avangard coming behind them. They are fully getting third-partied here, and they are going to be in a really tricky situation to work away from here. Avangard looking to apply further pressure. The grenades coming out from Asvarin as well. Drone's transporter, will he be able to stay alive? It narrowly misses him. He's hiding away in the smoke, but he is not going to be picked up by his team. And now look at his health.
You try to rotate around the northern side, and it makes perfect sense. But if you do it so late, you have to be prepared to take these fights. They got picked up once again. Same thing we saw with the Kebabs the other day. 1 by 1, it's not working for them. New circle Pubs, and for Unity, they are sitting well in it. And for Skoom, well, if you could sit more center, show me, because he is right on the dot in that little shack right there.
Yeah, he is literally the centerpiece of this entire situation. He's got Unity, Besiktas, Reciprocity, his teammates on the right-hand side of him, but he is out alone, and the nades are coming in, and the swarm, they are going out very soon.
There you go, good nade coming in from Shish, good damage done, getting themselves the first kill of the game. What I want to see now is what does Reciprocity do with this? They have a guy at that center, this is where they faltered off, this is where things have gone wrong for them. They have a guy sitting in the very, very center spot, 3 guys off to the side. Sure, it can't be 4 guys in there, but the Skoom really want to stay in there all by himself, but as you want to play with his teammates. This is where they can start, like we've seen before, losing individual players for not no reason, but seeming like where they could have survived, they don't. And now they have a chance to prove us wrong.
If I'm going to give Reciprocity the benefit of the doubt here, it's going to be that Skoom is going to be communicating everything that's going on around him.
Oh yeah, of course.
And he's hoping for them to kind of come in and chime in with the kills and keep him covered and keep him in position to hold on strong for him. Shiv's making his way over now in a car as well, so this can work out. Exactly
already
what we're starting to think.
Already there. 2-2 split instead of a 3-1. Smart.
Now, Avangard are actually starting to come onto this as well, which means they're going to land straight on top of Reciprocity. And at the same time, Besiktas are getting involved as well. Snoopy is not. They're trading back and forth. The nades come out. Rafi's eating one as well. Haxeti's gone down. So while Shiv and Skoom are far away, they cannot protect the rest of their teammates here.
2-2 split in circle 5. It's dangerous, and now we see Haxeti going down as well. Unfortunate in Skoom. I believe Shiv, that is, all by himself. Now, what just worked out for them, 4 guys with great circle position, is now Shiv trying to do everything on his own.
Yeah, less than ideal now for Reciprocity. Avangard held on strong there, going in very confidently. Snoopy did get knocked, but he's now going to be brought back up, so they're going to be at full strength. Besiktas were shooting into him, but they seem to have left it, at least for now. And here we go. Dyser's just going to find one. Then Konus, they can't seem to catch a break when they keep splitting up like this. Wizards are always going in for the kills, but they need to stay together as a team.
Wondering what the point of the candid side is if you have a red dot on it anyway, right? Swap from one side to the other, but it does the exact same thing. She's now trying to crawl back. Save me, save rest. Not gonna happen. We see Unactive with the DMR. I mean, Avangard wants to get up and get started. A lot of damage should be done. 4 kills already, and there's still 45 players remaining in this game.
I was just about to mention the kills for Avangard, because this is where they're really going to start to now apply the pressure. When they start getting these kills and they've got the position here, that's when the damage is being done. But quick math, they've got Wizards around them at the same time. Kebab's there, and Avangard will be able to see onto him. T-Bone getting this nade out, might be able to try finish off some of the remaining players, but it's Mr. Unseen that it will be finished off by Asvarin from Avangard.
You see as well, Giganton making the push up towards Desperado. We got 1 knock already, and you see the push is uphill. It's going to be dangerous. Memo is going to say, thank you, buddy. I'm going to steal that point. MFS, same thing as before. There's no safety. He's just crawling towards the damage now, but it's going to be Desperado. They have to hold him off, and they're doing so right now. Holstein Sauce already taken down. Fake with a great double. Oh, that man is going to roll right down on the money, and that's going to be Calvin saying, Savage, you're going down and you're going out.
Now, usually in war, you would sit on a grenade to protect the rest of your teammates, but the rest of them are already dead, and you ate that. You sucked it up, and it went boom right underneath you.
See Shiv and Skoom, they are alive, and they are Sender, and once again, Besiktas are saying, thank you, Circle, thank us for going north. We're getting it, and we're in a very, very good spot now.
Yeah, both Avangar and Besiktas still taking a few pop shots at each other, just keeping each other at bay, right, and saying, hey, look, we're over here. You watch out. We're still able to do some damage. Efsa from Kebab, he's all alone. He's got Wizards near him, and Quickfire are also coming on to enter this little bit of a battle of, hey, look, I've got the bigger gun here.
Yeah, indeed, he does. Quick math, trying to see if they can do some damage. They need to make the way forward. They're not inside the circle just yet. It's going to be up to teams like Avangard to hold these teams off. Look at the open terrain they have to push with. They have vehicles, sure, but where would you drive for them in this circle?
Toby, was it Miramar where we mentioned the fact that pretty much loads of teams were having the Mini 14? Because I'm going to start
just
calling
DMRs
this,
in general.
I'm just going to call this the Minimar.
Minimar. There you go.
We're seeing it once again.
Minimar.
Minis popping up everywhere. They're doing so much damage. Quickfire now onto Desperados, and they're looking to make up for that first game on Miramar here today. The Kebabs, they get annihilated by Avangard. They're out in 13th place. And Wizards, they've also now got to start moving. There's a lot of fire coming in towards them, but they're not within the circle just yet.
T-Bone's taken down. Avangard starting to look dangerous. Wizards, nothing they can do from their position. They tried to go center, but they had Quick Math on one side and Avangard on the other. Down they go now. Ultra taken down as well. Tried to push on over the top to get some damage, get some info, but Tommel is going to go down too. That's their 2-2 split. There's safety on the southern side of the road gone. Simsi and Lux, they now need to figure. Do we want to try and push up on this and get the rest, or do we want to stay behind? Looks like Simsi is full on pulling up on it.
Scoom and Shiv, by the way, are still chilling right in the middle while all this goes on around them. This could work out really well as these nades come out, and Besiktas, they can't catch a break again. It's all coming out towards them. They had such a good position, but now the teams start to fire in.
They were splitting up. They had one guy and another inside the house. They had Simsi even further up on the hill to try and grant him some cover from above, and then two players down south trying to get all the info, but Unique pulled up and they made it work. Now it's the remaining players from the looking for team trying to hold off all of Sweaty Nerds pushing on up the hill here. Memo trying to push up, and shots are being missed from Lassa. Not good at all when you have four guys pushing up on you. BenQ taken down from another side, but that in the end is going to be looking for a team taking out BenQ, though, going down in the process.
Not too bad, though, for Sweaty Nerds, right? They can hold on, they can stay alive. They've just got to keep away from the rest of the fights for now as they med themselves back up and try and put themselves in a nicer position. Quick Math is the next team, though, that's looking to try and engage them. And as they're coming through the circle, Sweaty Nerds are just taking shots, and that's working out really nicely. Sweaty Nerds, they're not going to allow them to get in easily here. They're going to make sure this is the most difficult push that they've ever had to do.
What do they want to do here? What do they want to do? If I know Mem or if I know Andy, right, they want to push up and they want to get themselves the kills. They don't have the circle, and they know either we go up and we kill them, clear it, and push on in, or we run next to them all the way. And you see right here, Avangard trying to throw those nades all the way down to the check, not quite far enough. But as I said, Sweaty Nerds, they want to go up there, want to get the damage, and you guys, you got to get away from those cars because they are red barrels, and we know red barrels, they like to explode.
Oh yes, that's going to be happening real soon. Jupsing may be able to get the knock with the grenade, but there's more barreling out towards them. Nade after nade coming their way. Zyphon starts to fall back. He might get shot in the back here. Jupsig's looking for it. Can he be spotted out here? Zyphon's got a nade in his hand, and he's going to go down. Sweaty Nerds with such a good position, get eliminated. Quick Math playing that so well despite being heavily at a disadvantage there.
Jupsig, surprise, pushes up, gets 3 kills to himself, and now it's going to be the remaining players of Reciprocity down and out. They go inactive, and Max is also getting the better part of them, and once again, Avangard looking really, really scary.
6 teams left alive. Reciprocity got completely overran. They held down there for so long, but once Avangard came over the hill, they were ready to put the hurt on them, and now Asverin's getting it done as well. More kills on the board. They don't even care about the win at this stage. It's just a killing fest for them. It's a killing spree after killing spree, and Avangard have said, we're in first now, and we're going to take this domination and take it another step forward. No one's catching us today.
We see Avangard, they're sitting on the top. They have Cube 6 to deal with, though. That is the guy just close to them on the leaderboard. They want to get him down and out, and you see him crawling down. He just got a 1v3, sure, with some help from his teammates. They're now gone. But can he do something here? He does not want to take the fight. We know them. Quick Math, they will not take the fight unless if they have to. Now he spots all of them, but they spot him too. Jupsy, run, my friend, because you have a lot of people from CIS coming down your neck now.
Now, the problem is here, right? Avangard just can't focus fire onto him. Yes, it is one of the Quick Math players. Yes, yes, it is a player they would love to get down, especially in the point side of things. They doesn't quite reach, but it gets a little bit closer. Jupzig knows he needs to be ever so cautious here. The thing I'm worried about for Avatar, another team jumping up into him. Jupzig, look how he's playing this, just poking and spotting, ever so careful, getting the information as to where they are. But he knows that whichever direction he looks, there's going to be another team as this circle closes in.
This is his issue. He has all of Unity in the compound on the west, and he has all of Avantgarde just above him. He is on the edge of the circle, could probably sneak in and find himself a bit of a dip and hope that these other teams are going to fight it off. But believe me, they all know where he is, they all know what team he's on, and they all want to get him down before they start fighting one another. We do still have Simsi and Lux in the game. Besiktas, I mean, Simsi, he doesn't even need teammates. He can pull off 1v4s all by himself. And look at this circle, Unity trying to make that run off now, but it's going to be Besiktas sitting dead center.
Yeah, that's a great circle for Besiktas. Only 2 players left for him, but this is really nice. This gives them an opportunity. Look at Avantgarde quickly shifting back up towards the north. They want to get into this as well. Unique managing to get a little bit done here. Jupzig's found the kill onto Orange Snow, though, so he's just looking to get extra kills in. He does not care. He's like, okay, everyone knows I'm here. I may as well take some shots with me. But Avantgarde, as soon as they hear gunfire, they pop out to get some finishes in there, and Play With Me will go down.
This is a CIS party, and Jupzig's just saying, can I be part of it? Lux is trying to do the same thing. Not gonna happen though. Simsi coming up on over the top, getting the refrag. This is what you gotta do. You gotta help out your teammates when need be. Not sure if he's gonna be able to get the rest up because he does have a knock if a Max Soul coming in. But look at your screen on the right side, Jupzig. Here's all the action. We know he's not afraid to take a fight, and he's probably looking to get in a third party on this.
Yeah, they can get Lux up out of the He's ready for it. Nice, good job here. Simsi's able to finish one off, looking to do some more, but they get eliminated. It's just too strong, and Jupzig is still staying alive. Somehow, some way, he's believing he can get this done. Avantgarde do need to be cautious because everyone is going to be looking at them.
And it's a mental thing, right? Him being so aggressive must have these guys thinking, there's got to be another guy next to him. There's got to be one more. 100%. There's no way in hell he'd be so aggressive, line up, like constantly peeking us and shooting at us if there wasn't a guy holding another angle that we haven't seen yet. So very, very smart, very scary, but smart play with Jupzig. He's in the late game. Sure, the placement's bad up, but he's playing it very, very smart right now.
And this is how you play it, right? If you also want to get the kills, and we're on the kill heavy, it's 1 point per kill. Despite of your placement, this could be huge. Top 3 teams remaining. Jupzig's been on his own for the longest time, yet he's been able to put the hurt on him for so long. He's had 5 kills already. How much more can he get done? Unity with just 2 players alive. Avantgarde with 3. If he can jump into this, that could be huge.
And this is what cannot have happened to him now. He does realize Unity is here, but you see how open he is. He's so open to this. I know actually, as I say that, there's a bit of a dip down on his side. I was going to say the only reason he's been allowed to stay alive on that side is because Unity never peeked that side. They were so busy with Unique on the other side. But now, with them potentially realizing where he is, this could be dangerous. It's going to be all up to Jupzig to do something. He's prone out. He doesn't want to do something right now. Get down low. Let yourself reset. Not going to happen for Dasty Show. Down he goes, and only Blast on remaining.
Blast on. What can he get done here? Avantgarde have a really great split. 17 kills in total. If they could get the remainder of them, this could be one of the highest kills games we've seen. He's tapping away at Blast on's feet, and that's it. 19 kills up. That means they're now matched up with our highest kill games as of yet. Jupzig doing some damage. Jupzig trying to do the unthinkable, but it's not going to happen. Avantgarde take it with 20 kills. Absolutely huge performance from the CIS team.
20